according to our Deloitte estimates, trillions of dollars are going to be needed in the next decade to transform infrastructure for the future. What are some of the most prominent funding and financing mechanisms that government leaders, whether city or elsewhere, should be considering to plug into this massive funding gap?
Yeah, Bill, like the numbers are, estimated at least $5 trillion a year to keep up with the infrastructure need. And that's for the next 20, 30 years. So it's hundreds of trillions of dollars all around the world. If you take that $5 trillion a year, at best, public sector can fill about 50% of that. Right? That's at best. And it's probably a higher number than 5. Right? So we all talk about critical infrastructure. Actually, one of the most critical things that you need, and an infrastructure from a city point of view, is that ecosystem that brings in the private sector, brings in private capital, and the city. So it's that, now that ecosystem should become critical infrastructure in terms of delivery. As you put it together in terms of what models, so half the battle is determining whether you have revenue potential or not. Can you charge somebody for the service that you're offering? If you can start doing that, now the potential for private capital becomes a lot easier. You're looking at risk reward, you're looking at how, that certainty over revenue, or what has to happen in order to do that. And from a public sector point of view, does it feel like an additional tax or not? Is it a new service or is it not? And so there's a lot of things that need to be considered as to whether this is a business model that might work or not. But infrastructure, city assets, using that public sector covenant is certainly something that private capital is very interested to invest in. It's there, it's ready to go. One last point in terms of one of the challenges for public sector is it tends to try and put too much risk on the private sector. So just asks for a little bit too much in terms of the rewards that are available. But also it doesn't think that it has to structure itself to allow that capital in. And there's a structuring piece. And oftentimes there's a willingness on both sides. Public sector is keen to have it in, private sector is keen to put it in, and it's just that deal structure doesn't work in the middle. So a lot of effort is being placed on how you get ready to take in that private capital,